Over the past month or so, tons of players on both the official forums along with the Fortnite and Fortnite BR subreddits have been posting that their accounts have been compromised with fraudulent charges that were not made by the account in question. It's unknown if this is an Epic Games bug that's being exploited or if it's just the usual stupid user problems with shitty passwording. I could go on a rant about how crappy their customer service has actually been, with tons of posts littering multiple websites about support tickets being open for sometimes upwards of a month with no response, and sometimes even things like having chargeback disputes resulting in the closure of PlayStation accounts that have hundreds or even thousands of dollars in digital games attached to them. But I'm going to tell you why this is solely the fault of Epic Games, even if people don't know account security 101. Their intentions of how the payment of microtransactions are done in this game is more sinister than meets the eye. Epic Games has provided a guideline of steps in order to take to solve this problem, all of which are great suggestions, even though the post is titled Account Security Bulletin, and that title is something so cryptic that if someone was searching for hacked account or fraudulent charges, it wouldn't appear anywhere in the results. Among these are things like giant red flags for phishing schemes, like not downloading the game from places other than the official website, and never entering offers for quote-unquote free V-Bucks even from your favorite YouTuber who used to play Call of Duty, but now the money sucks in it, so they've moved on to another game that they could sell their fan bases out to. Also in the list of advice is not buying people's accounts because they could have been phished using the scheme above, and then you'd be shit out of luck when that person got their account back, enabling two-factor authentication, and using a unique password for your Epic Games account. These are all fine and dandy, but none of them solve the root cause of the problem: having your payment information tied to your account. If your payment information isn't stored somewhere with your account that could be easily broken into if you're a dumb shit and don't know how to internet, then none of these charges can possibly happen. There's a good reason why Epic Games isn't pointing this out on their list of things to do to combat yourself against this hacking scheme. By having your payment information stored, it makes it much easier for the end user to purchase in-game bibbidi-bops, which makes Epic Games money via microtransactions on an otherwise free-to-play experience, since they don't have to enter in their pesky credit card or PayPal info each time they want a cool new thing to play dress-up with in a shooter game. Normally, there's an option to save your information, but with Epic Games and Fortnite, it's not an option, and I'll explain what happens when you go to purchase V-Bucks in-game, as I've had to do it for a friend that doesn't have a credit card, so can't actually make those in-game purchases, but can pay me back through other means. After you pick the right amount of V-Bucks for your cosmetic desires, you're asked for payment information. When you enter this information in and then confirm the purchase, Epic Games automatically saves this information in-game such that there isn't this barrier to entry of having to put this all back in again when trying to make another secondary or tertiary or etc. purchase. It's a sleazy trick designed to psychologically entice people to spend more if they don't have to do as much the next time they want to pay for something. It's fine as an option if you want the convenience of having your payment information being stored and therefore accept the risk that this type of shenanery will happen to you, but in this scenario, there is no option to not have your info saved here. Just like a Billy Mays commercial, but wait, there's more, as if it's bad enough to not have the option of saving it and instead having it automatically done for you. You cannot unlink this form of payment in the game itself where you actually make the purchases. You instead have to take the extra steps of logging into your Epic Games account on a web browser and then manually removing the payment option under your account info. These extra layers of obfuscation on how to get rid of stored credit card or PayPal info is designed on purpose so that you're enticed to spend more money with them, since it's an extra pain in the ass to do all this hokey pokey and turning yourself around to get rid of it. And Epic Games doesn't even tell you how to remove your payment information from your account. You gotta figure that shit out on your own. Thank fuck I did this when hooking up a friend, otherwise I know I'd be on the phone with my credit card company right now disputing charges on this bullshit. Also, at some point, the credit card companies and PayPal will stop being so nice to Epic Games for the amount of chargebacks that they're getting from customers, because somebody's got to pay for these items, and it's not the person whose account was hacked, and it's not going to be the hacker, and the credit card companies are just going to eventually tell Epic Games to fuck off for their digital, not at all tangible items. There's also the issue of why this is so effective. When you make purchases for certain items like the Save the World part of the game or different editions of the game, They're not directly linked to an account, but rather you get a code which you can then sell to someone else, or it's given to a friend of the hacker. I don't understand why they choose to do the scheme this way, but I bet it is green and it rhymes with honey. This is ancillary to the save payment fuckery, but it's still a bit of a head scratcher for me. Anyways, back to the main point. The fact that this bit of advice of not saving your payment information being absent from their list of things to do to protect yourself is inherently sinister. The reason why Epic Games is not telling you to do this is simple. The more barriers you put up between a person and making a purchase, then they're going to be less likely to make that purchase, and thus Epic Games is losing out on a potential sale. Having your payment information be auto-saved without even the option to not do so, along with the fact that you cannot remove your payment info in-game despite being able to make purchases in-game, is all part of a design scheme, getting them as much money from you as possible. Until Epic Games fixes this, or at least acknowledges that by removing your linked payment information will prevent the problem of fraudulent charges, they're just as guilty as the people that hack accounts to sell shit on the backs of other people. Have you guys experienced this account hacking issue, and what has it been like for you? Let me know down in the comment section below. I've been the Schwantz27, making like a dick and beating it. Until next time.